Hey everybody, this is Andre here with the Kevin Breeze channel, and in this video, we're going to be going over some tips, tricks, and hidden features for the LG K22. These days, you can get this phone unlocked for GSM carriers. It's actually recently hit the US markets as well with Boost Mobile. To get some more information about the pricing and availability of the phone, definitely check the link in the description. That being said, let's get started. The first thing I want to go over is gesture navigation. Now right now, the phone does have the standard 3-button Android system where you hit this button to go to your recent apps, this button to go to your home screen, and this button to go back. But let me show you how you can get an alternative interface. So you're going to go to the settings menu, hit the search bar, and type navigation. Hit system navigation. And now you're going to get the choice between 3-button navigation and gesture navigation. Go ahead and select gesture navigation. Once you select gesture navigation, you're going to get this at the bottom. The 3 buttons will be gone. I think gesture navigation is a really nice new way to navigate your phone and gives it a really modern, minimalistic look. With gesture navigation, in order to go to your home screen, you just swipe up. In order to go to your recent apps, you just drag your finger up. And to go back, drag your finger from the left to the right. If you are new to Android or smartphones in general, this can be a little bit confusing and does take some getting used to. But once you are used to it, you can navigate the system a lot faster than the normal 3-button system. That being said, if you do prefer the 3-button system and you are currently on gesture navigation, all you need to do to change it back is go back to the same spot that you were before, and then hit 3-button navigation again. And the good old 3-button navigation system is going to be right back where it was before. The next feature I'm going to show you is called jump to camera. Have you ever been in a situation where you need to get your camera open really fast so you can capture a quick moment and don't want to go through the trouble of unlocking your phone and going all the way to your camera app? Well, I'm going to show you a faster way to open your camera so you can capture those quick moments. So you're going to want to go to settings, go to the search bar and type gestures. And make sure your jump to camera feature is on. With jump to camera, all you need to do to open your camera is press the power button twice. The first time you do it, it's going to ask you which app you want to use if you do have multiple apps that use the camera. Now, one thing you might like to do is have it open something like Snapchat instead, because then you'll have some flexibility in which camera you use depending on the situation. Now we're going to take a look at some of the features regarding the battery. As you can see here, right now we do have our little battery icon on the status bar, but you can't see the battery percentage unless you pull down the notification center. But I'm going to show you how to get the battery percentage on the status bar. So you're going to go to settings and go to battery. Now, see the battery percentage, you're going to want to toggle that on. And now your battery is going to be up here on the status bar. Another nice feature in the battery center is the adaptive battery feature. With this feature on, it'll limit the power used on those background apps that you don't really use very often that take up a lot of battery. This is just another nice way to keep your battery running longer. If you're ever in a situation where you're running low on battery and can't get to a charger at the moment, then the battery saver is a nice feature to have. This feature puts your phone in a very low power mode that doesn't consume a lot of energy, and it can buy you some time until you can get to a charger. Now, I don't recommend keeping this feature on all of the time. By default, it will turn off when the phone is almost fully charged, and that way, when your phone is at full battery, you'll still be able to use it to its potential. Now, although this phone doesn't have a fingerprint scanner or face unlock, I'm going to show you some other options you have. So currently this phone doesn't have a screen lock at all, and all you need to do to unlock it is swipe up. This is typically what it is by default. But if you want to add some extra security to your phone, I'm going to show you how you can do that. So you're going to go to settings, scroll down here a little bit, and go to the security menu. Once you're on this menu, select the screen lock menu inside this. And now you're going to have the option to choose between swipe, pattern, pin, or password. Even though there's no face unlock or fingerprint scanner, it is nice to have several different options to choose from to unlock your phone. If you do want to have a screen lock on your phone, but don't want to use something cumbersome like a password, then pattern is also a pretty nice option. With a pattern on your phone, you don't really have to type anything. And really, if you get good enough at the pattern and memorize it well, then you don't even need to look at your phone to do it. I think that's a pretty cool feature. Whether you're using your phone for the first time or you've had it and just want to change some things up with it, you're definitely going to want to look at the home screen settings. You can do this by going to the settings menu and looking at the various options there, but there's a faster way to edit the home screen while also being able to see all the different options you can change at once. I'm going to show you how to do this. It's super easy. All you need to do is press any one finger on the screen and hold it for a second, and this is going to come up. Here you can change wallpapers, widgets, or even the home settings in general. There are lots of different settings to choose from, and under the widgets, there are a lot of different things that you can have to personalize the home screen to your liking. Not only this, but as you saw, it's so easy to get this menu, and it's a lot more difficult to get these settings from the settings menu because they're not all in the same place. Whereas when you just tap on the screen and hold it for a minute, they're all there at once. Now, as you're scrolling through your device, you'll notice a lot of animations, whether you're swiping through the home screen, or if you go in your app drawer, or even if you open an app. There are lots of different animations that make Android more interesting and fun to use. But if you don't like these animations, then I'm going to show you how to get rid of them. So you're going to want to go to Settings and open Accessibility. From here, you're going to scroll down and see the Remove Animations option. You're going to want to toggle that on. With this option on, there's going to be no more animations. The swiping is going to be minimal. When you open your app drawer, it's just going to pop up. And when you open an app, that's just going to pop up too. This just goes to show how customizable Android is and how easy it is to change these settings. Another interesting feature I found under the Accessibilities menu is the dark theme. Dark mode is becoming increasingly popular, whether it's an app or the operating system itself, and this is how you activate it. In the accessibility menu, you see right here there's a dark theme. Just toggle that on. And now, of course, it's going to be dark. It's a really cool theme. When you open a folder in the app drawer, it's going to be darker. Even when you open your Messages app, this is going to have the dark theme as well. And of course, if you ever want to turn it off, just go back to the accessibility menu and toggle it off. It's a really nice option to have, whether you need it for accessibility reasons or if you just like the dark theme. It's cool to have the option to be able to turn it on and off so easily. The next feature I'm going to show you is called Adaptive Brightness. Earlier, this was more of a feature reserved for higher end phones, but now other phones are able to use it as well. To activate this feature, you're going to go to Settings, go to the Display menu, hit Adaptive Brightness, and toggle this on. When Adaptive Brightness is on, instead of changing the brightness manually, the brightness is automatically going to be changed based on your environment. So if you're in a darker setting, the brightness is going to go down, and if you're in a lighter setting, the brightness will go up. It's a nice feature to have because it saves power by not having the brightness at 100% all the time, but at the same time, when you do need it to be brighter, it'll automatically get brighter for you, so you don't have to bother so much with going to the settings and changing the brightness all the time. It's definitely a useful feature if you're in an environment that's changing a lot, like if you go outside and inside frequently, then it's definitely going to help with that. Have you ever been in a situation where you're trying to show somebody something on your phone and the screen falls asleep? Well, I'm going to show you how you can avoid that so it doesn't happen to you. So you're going to want to go to Settings, go to Display, hit Advanced, and go to Screen Timeout. Here, you're going to be able to choose how long you want your screen to go before timing out. I would suggest you play around with this one and see which one works best for you, because depending on your type of activity you're doing and all of that stuff, one might work better than the other. If you have it too short, the screen's gonna constantly be falling asleep on you, which is really annoying. But if you have it too long, the screen is never gonna go out unless you turn it off specifically. And in that case, it makes it really easy to drain your battery unnecessarily. The last feature I'm gonna show you is called screen time. To get to this, we're gonna go to Settings, go to Apps and Notifications, and go to Screen Time. This feature is really cool. It's gonna be able to tell you not only how much time you actually spend on your phone, but also which apps you spend the most time on. You can even set time limits for apps that you don't want to be on too much. I think it's a really useful feature if you have habits like consuming content for too much, using a certain app too much, or just generally want to save your battery by not using too many apps. It's a really good way to not only track what you're doing, but also help you control how you use your phone. This is definitely useful in many different situations. But this is tips, tricks, and hidden features for the LG K22. Again, if you want to get any more information about the pricing and availability, or just some general information about the device itself, definitely check the link in the description. That's going to take you to all of that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.